Hi, my name is Mike Dickson, PGA teacher professional at Congressional Country Club, and today we are going to go through my golf bag. Again, I think one of the things that everybody should have in their golf bag, we'll start off with, is some simple alignment sticks. I got a couple extra ones here just in case I got to give them one away, but I got a head stick cover so I don't mark up my driver, because that is one of my things I can't stand when they go up underneath the head covers. I also got one of my favorite training aids called a jet stick. Work on my speed, just like everybody else wants to do, for the good stuff. So this is what I'm probably the most excited about, is my new Maverick equipment from Callaway, new for 2020. Again, they use artificial intelligence. They have a supercomputer, and they did, I think your traditional wood is about 5 to 7 renderings. They did, I think, like 20,000 renderings on what the face should look like. And again, it changed the sound, which I'm a really big fan of. It sounds a little more like a traditional driver versus kind of like the old sound of the Epics and stuff, which it didn't bother me. But again, like, I like the new sound. Pretty clean, has just chevron on it. This is the Sub-Zero. There's 3 heads: Sub-Zero, Max, and then the Standard. They went away from the adjustability on the back. The Max has got a draw bias to it, but this one just has a leading edge and back edge, so more for spin, like when we're fitting the clubs. So got that probably back in January. Absolutely love that. Now for my Fairway Wood, again, everybody loves a good Fairway Wood. The Maverick from my testing, really happy with it. Love it off the deck. Gets the ball up really easy. This is the Sub-Zero. Again, I like the hosel look. They went away from the adjustability of the loft, which it makes the hosel a little wider, which I personally don't like as a player. And this thing is a little missile. This is the Maverick Pro Hybrid. Really clean look, nothing on the top. I like it where it's a little more rounded. I used to have the Apex Hybrid, a little more boxy. I like this a lot. All right, going into the irons. I did not switch from my last year's irons. Last year they came out with the Apex irons with the cup-faced, and I had to stay with them because I love them so much. The Maverick irons are great. They look great. Very similar spec-wise, so I didn't feel like it was really an upgrade. And these are actually forged, so I really like the feel of the soft. I have the combo set, which goes from, again, a little more forgiving because I don't play that much golf. So I like to have some forgiveness just like everybody else. A little more forgiving in the 7-iron through 4-iron. And then I go into like a little more of like a muscle back into the 8-iron, down into the gap wedge. I always believe a gap wedge should really match your set, because again, you're going to use that probably more on the full swing side. Not so much, getting you a little bit on the short game, but I don't really like that in a blade wedge. Again, miss hits, you're going to lose a lot of distance. Now, new for 2020 as well is the new Jaws wedge from Mr. Cleveland. I personally, again, I'd like to have my gapping really symmetrical, which I find is really important when you're going through a fitting. Again, like we think of the length of the club and the shaft, but it's really those gaps that we got to make sure are fitted properly. So you got your high gaps in your hybrid and your Fairway Wood, and then to your first long iron, and then you got your really where the game counts is in your wedges. And again, like, that's where we're going to hit probably 60% of our shots. So I go 4 degrees between my wedges. Again, like, I've got the X grind in my 58, and again, you can kind of see right there the big hump. That's the grind. The grind's the most important thing when you start looking at wedges. A lot of people, again, you don't want to get too flat of a grind. When you do open the club on any tight lie, it's going to elevate the leading edge, probably give you a better chance to blade the ball. A lot of the players on tour, they go into what they call more of like a C grind, where they grind the heel and toe off. So when they do open it, it doesn't really affect it as much. So the X grind and the C grind, that's how I have that. And then the one thing that I just can never get rid of, it's probably been in my bag the longest, hands down, is my Adele Putter. I've had this thing for 10 years. I got fitted for it 10 years ago. Pretty clean. Again, McKenzie head with 3 top lines is just, I can't get rid of it. Just keeps on putting the ball in the hole. I've tried multiple times. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing the new lineup from Callaway. Again, Maverick stuff. Don't tell anybody. It's the longest driver out there. Don't let Jason know that though. Some really good stuff. Hopefully, again, get out there soon and everybody gets to try it out. Look forward to seeing you at the club soon. Hopefully everybody's staying safe and healthy. Thanks for